Sorry.
We lied. Sorry. But we found out that we can do this. And for everybody who's listening to this on a podcast, we're holding out our hand and a little magic box is appearing for all
the
those
video.
watching the video. But thank you for joining us. And today we have a pretty fun show, I think. I say we actually, how about we talk about anything that's happened this week to start off?
This week. Okay.
My voice has pretty much been gone all week.
True.
Which is why it's still a little crusty right now. So I'm sorry.
Crusty? That's not a good word.
Really? Crusty?
Squeaky, maybe?
No.
Crusty is like
it's kind of like
coated with crust.
That's what it feels like.
Like pink eye.
No, I think a crusty like rusty crusty.
Yeah. That's not what your voice is. Your
That's
voice is hoarse.
Okay.
Or coarse.
Or coarse. That's a good
or
word.
both.
It's coarse.
Anyways.
So that's mine.
I started the Whole30 on Saturday. And today we are recording on Monday. So
couple days in.
I feel pretty good. Scary enough. I'm waiting for that, I don't know, decline in that feeling. But so far, so good.
Decline in like morale and
stamina and
stamina. They say what
motivation.
You were reading that thing. It said what day 15 is whenever you're like
day 10 or 11 is the day you're most likely to quit. So next Monday.
Next Monday, as if Monday couldn't get any worse.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, because that'll be like week 2, solid week 2 that you're just like, What are we talking about this week, Peyton?
We are talking about our experience on House Hunters.
Yay!
So
that might be why a lot of you guys are deciding to tune in is because you're like, I'm waiting for them to talk about House Hunters, and we haven't yet, but it's only episode 2, so you can't complain.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Let's just start out by talking about one of the big questions is how did we get on House Hunters? And
it was actually pretty simple.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of did it in a joking fashion. Like, I wonder how you get on House Hunters. And I went online and there was an application and I filled it out and then I sent it in and I was like,
we had no expectations.
Well, and then like a month later,
yeah,
it was kind of a while that we were like not even thinking about it anymore. They contacted us and we're like, hey, we'd love for you to be on our show. Have you bought a house yet? And we were like, no.
I mean, like,
it worked out perfectly.
We'll be on the show. And so we were.
Yeah.
So that was how. So it's real easy. Actually, you can do it. You just go to House Hunters.
I always tell people to find the most flattering picture of you and your significant other or you and whoever you live with, your spouse. You know, it could be like roommate situation or whatever. Just two
Best
people
friend.
living together.
Yeah.
But to submit the most flattering picture of yourself, because that's totally what got us. Shout out to Kelsey Lee Photography. She took those pictures for graduation, and I actually submitted one of those. And so I would like to thank Kelsey for landing us a spot on House Hunters. Shout out
Thank
to
you, Kelsey, for that. And then they gave us a call. We did a phone interview. And then we did a video interview, which is kind of like this.
Yeah.
We sat and talked about us and
it was super weird.
What we were looking for in a house and our different preferences. And then we had to give a house tour. A room tour. Each of us had to pick a different room in the house that we were living in and act like we were showing it off. And I think part of that was showing
to see how we move and how we interact with the room and how we're picky, and they asked us to talk about the things we love and the things we hate, and most of the things were pretty easy to come up with for us, so I think that also helped.
Why did we decide to go on House Hunters?
I mean, I think just for like something fun to do. Like we were like, we don't know anybody that's ever been on reality TV. I don't know, it's not technically reality TV, is it? If it's
like, I mean, it is reality that you buy a house, but it's not like, I don't know.
It's not like reality TV like the Kardashians.
Network TV.
Yeah, network TV. Anyways, I just thought like when they contacted us, we were like, oh my gosh, that sounds so fun. And we were like, why wouldn't we do it?
Yeah.
Looking back, there's a lot of reasons probably why we wouldn't do it now, because we did have to film for 5 days and those were like 5 work days. So that was kind of difficult had we not. Like, I didn't have a job at the time, so that was fine for me.
But I had to take off.
Yeah.
I mean, because the way we did the math is you do 25. What we ended up doing was 25 hours of filming. So
25 hours of recorded
right,
film.
Like being behind the camera or in front of the camera with the camera rolling, 25 hours of it for a 22-minute show, because it's 30 minutes plus commercials, so it's about 22 minutes of actual time that you get to see. So that's a lot of material that was not used. It's a lot of time
that we spent in. It's a lot of material not used. Yeah, that was one of the things we really like laughed at. We're like, oh man, they didn't put that in there. Yeah. Oh man, they didn't put that in there. Which, I mean, it's stuff that I'm like, okay, I probably looked stupid, and that's why they didn't put it in there. So thank you, HGTV. But
we're gonna give you a couple of pictures, some like snapshots of behind the scenes, and we're gonna react to them. But before we do that, Darian, what was your favorite experience with House Hunters? Just the whole process.
During it?
Anything, just the whole experience.
My favorite thing was, like, I try not to be this person in public when something's going on, but I totally am. Okay, like it happens when I see like an ambulance. I'm like, oh no, I hope everyone's okay. We talked about that last week. And then I think I'm also kind of nosy when there's something going on in public, like I want to know what's going on. And so I hope I'm not this person, but like when other people see a camera, they get real excited.
They're really excited.
They're
especially in Oklahoma where we're at.
They're just like,
they're like, what's going on? What are you filming for?
Yes. And so one
of
my favorite, right. Well, yeah. We had one lady think that we were the news. I'm like, well, there's 8 of us.
Like
so
one of her family members got shot like the day before. We're like, oh great. Thanks
in downtown Oklahoma City.
Thanks for letting us know. We're not the news.
But yeah, so whenever we were in public, the film crew actually told us, because we made a comment like, man, it must get annoying like having people be like, oh my gosh, what are you filming? Oh my gosh, look, TV. Oh my gosh, we should run over there and be in the background and like make faces. And they can't put you on TV unless you sign a release. So like anytime someone would walk behind us, we'd have to stop filming and we'd have to do it over and over. To get long story to short, what my favorite thing is when people, that the film crew told us, this inside joke is that when people would people normally would, like, when they come up to the film crew and like, hey, what are you filming? They say a mayonnaise commercial, and people are like, oh, that's lame. Like, and then they leave.
So we had a lot of fun. We really enjoyed watching the show. It was a great experience. I don't know if we would do it again, but we really enjoyed it.
I don't know. We've even talked about they have like the House Hunters. Where are they now? Or I don't know.
You know, who knows what?
Who knows?
Who knows? But whenever we were watching it, one of the really cool parts was we got a lot of interaction with people that we knew, some we didn't know.
So it was really cool to see a lot of like reaction, and a lot of that was on Facebook, like you were saying, that people just added you. I guess that's weird, but
yeah. Well, they didn't add me; they just messaged me, and then
people are like, oh, Peyton, let me just go find Peyton that lives in Norman, Oklahoma.
Yeah, I don't know how
that would be creepy.
But we did, and you'll see them up here on the screen, but everybody who's listening on the podcast, we'll go ahead and read them. But we wanted to pull in a couple of these quotes and just read them out loud, give shout-outs to the people that said, and then maybe just kind of interact with them.
Yeah. Well, this first one's funny. This is from my Aunt Andrea. Shout out to you. It says, that's the most arguing / difference of opinion I have ever seen of you two. Haha.
Which I think is kind of funny because, well, we do bicker and we do, just like any married couple, but the show is making television. And so, they're trying to
make the best show.
So like,
if we like agreed on everything and like we walked in and we're like, yes.
Yeah,
perfect.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. Do you love it?
I love it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, next one. Oh. Do you love it?
No, I don't love it.
I don't love it either.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. And it would just
be super boring. So they definitely not only pull out those differences, but they like almost pit us against each other in like small ways. And I was worried too after filming, and like, I'm like, man, they could really like twist and manipulate if they really wanted to, but I don't.
You fix it.
Thanks.
That's all right.
Thank you for that. Okay.
Okay.
What was I saying?
I don't know. I was just fixing her hair. Sorry.
They do. they could really easily like pit us against each other, but they stayed pretty true to the actual differences we had when we were house hunting.
Yeah, one thing that we found afterwards was they picked certain things that we really liked, and they just like kept bringing it up, which, I mean, for house hunters, like I said, makes good television. But like mine was the tree.
Mine was the white kitchen.
The white kitchen and the white trimming kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they would just like always ask you. It's I forgot what they call it. I think it's like a pointed question or something where it's like.
So tell me about the.
So tell me about the tree. Do you like the tree here? What do you think about the tree? Kind of thing. So then you have to talk about it, and then it just seems like it was your idea to talk about it. So.
Yeah.
So next one, this is a person that I don't think either of us knows.
Yeah, I remember seeing it and thinking, no, this isn't the one. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So this is from Missy Bobo. I hope I said that right. It's B-O-B-O. So it says, I had HGTV on when the show started and thought it was neat that they were featuring OKC. Then my daughter walked into the room and said, hey, I know them. Very cool. Which I think this actually happened more often than I thought it would.
Yeah, my friend Mallory sent me a screenshot of a Snapchat that she had gotten from our other friend Kara, who is a nurse at OU Children's, and walked in to her break room at work and was like, Darian and Peyton are on TV right now.
And I am so surprised by how many people like are waiting for the new episode of House Hunters to be released, because there was a lot of people who were just watching it to watch the new House Hunters and just so happened to see us on there like this, like Missy, and we're happily surprised whenever like I actually know them.
Yeah, well, and part of what was funny to me too is how many people were not planning on watching it and just like turned on the TV and were like, oh look, hey, look, I know them.
Yeah, so cool. So it was really cool. That was another kind of fun part of it. Was just it was kind of cool thinking that we were a happy surprise for somebody of
not like, oh my gosh, I hate them, I know them.
Yeah, like
turn it off.
Like, oh, I know them. I picked out this last one from Young because he said I would have picked house number 3, which we have gotten more often than not about picking house number 3. Here's the thing. We picked house number 2.
That's true.
And here's the second thing. We make good television.
Yeah, well, and true. It left it to a big suspense. I remember Peyton looking at me and he's like, I don't even know which house we're going to pick. And I'm like,
They did a really good job editing.
Yes, they did. Well, and the thing is there's things about this house that they didn't talk about. And there's things about house number 3 that they didn't talk about. So, like, obviously we're right now in the garage, and to my right is the laundry. The laundry's in the garage.
To the left is the garage door.
That kind of sucks. So they didn't talk about kind of some of the sucky things about this house, like, I don't know.
But they also
single pane windows or whatever.
They didn't mention.
And so house number 3, they didn't talk about some of the sucky things either, like the fact that it had structural issues. So
right, and they didn't.
I tell people that, and they're like, "You should have picked house number 3," and I was like, house number 3 had a cracked foundation.
And they didn't mention the good things about this, or some of the good things, like this one has hardwood floors. It has it's older, has more character, which we loved. And
right.
So there's certain things that were said, were not said, that, I mean, it had a huge factor into our decision. Yeah. So now, I'm sorry for everybody who's listening to this. We're going to show just a couple of pictures of behind the scenes. Darian doesn't know which ones I picked out, so we'll just kind of see how she reacts. The first one's here. So this was actually outside of house number 3, I believe.
Yeah, and I don't really feel like they showed a lot of pictures of the outside of it, but I remember this house had like, was it blue?
It had a blue door or something.
Blue door, but it was like baby blue.
Yeah, it was like a real like, whoa.
Like not cute, not like teal or something, like kind of.
But I like this picture because it shows you the simplicity of the filming. I mean,
that's true.
It's a camera and a sound guy and the director. And then this is a single with Darian, which means it's those kind of close-ups where they're just talking.
They would ask me questions and say, tell me about the outside. I'd say, I hate it, or I love it, or whatever.
Let's talk a second about room check or room tone, because this is an outside scene. So
we did room tone outside as well.
With every room, you have to be quiet and basically catch the
just tone and the sounds that the room makes naturally, as well as like, which it's crazy too, because obviously room tone has a different tone when it's full of people versus when it's empty. So they would do room tone of, I don't even know if they would do room tone of empty rooms. I think they did.
Oh yeah.
But like I would leave a room and they'd be like, no, come back. We have to do room tone, like with your body filling the room and like all the extra little sounds, like my heartbeat. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but, like the sweat dripping off of our body.
And like just how any sounds that are naturally happening in the room, like if the light bulb buzzes or something, how it buzzes and how the sound bounces off of all the people in the room, so that if they needed to use the video with no audio, or if they needed to splice over some of the audio sounds, they could do it with the room tone.
And then the last one.
Oh man.
This is actually what the house that we got. This is the backyard when we pretty much saw it.
Was it when we saw it or when we moved in?
It's
I don't know.
Pretty much when we saw it.
It didn't change a lot because nobody was taking care of it. Like if anything, the grass was just a couple inches longer. But
there's a whole...
Man, it looks so different now.
Yeah, there's a bamboo forest to the right that's cleared out. A lot of those like little rock flower beds I've taken out. I've cleared all that brush, and right now we currently don't have any grass. So
yeah, the dogs like run in circles all over the grass, and in the winter, the grass doesn't really grow back when they run on it. So.
Yeah. If you do have questions and we can't answer them, you can put those in the comments on the video. You can send them to us. Find us on social media. We'd love to answer anything we can and just give you more insight of what our experience was like.
Cool.
So to end, we decided we wanted to play a little game together.
I'm nervous. Just going to say that.
Here's what we're going to do. We each have picked out 10 celebrities, and this is everything from movie actors, musicians, could be political figures. I mean, just anybody who is some kind of fame. We've taken their picture. I
just thought of someone I should have put on there.
And we put them in a lineup. The other person who has not seen your pictures has 15 seconds to name as many of those actors or actresses or whatever they are as they can. And whoever gets the most by the end wins.
It's pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. Now, you can pass. So if you just don't know them, just say pass, and I'll move to the next one.
Wait, 15 to get all 10 of them?
As many as you can.
15 seconds to get 10 people.
Yeah. Do you want 20 seconds?
I need like a minute and a half.
We'll do 20 seconds.
Okay.
So I will put the timer up.
Oh, wait.
And
Bill
there's
Clinton.
An easy one. All right. Ready?
Bill Clinton.
Go.
Bill Clinton. Oh, shoot. Pass. Britney Spears. The Big Lebowski.
Do you want to pass?
Is that not his name?
You're very good. No.
Pass.
3, 2,
Perkins.
1. Who? Perkins?
Zooey Deschanel.
They're done.
No, give me more time. I only got 3.
Okay, go.
Johnny Depp. Neil Patrick Harris. Mother Teresa?
Yeah, good job.
Taylor Swift.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, that took you 30 seconds.
Okay.
So let's see how many I can get in 30 seconds.
In 30 seconds. Do you want to click it?
No, it's fair that you do it.
You're not going to get any of these. It's fine.
What? You pick people I absolutely don't know?
Let's wait and go to a round second.
All right.
You got like...
I got 30 seconds. 50. Oh, you need to click through because they're...
How do I know how many to click?
Just there'll be a pink thing. Oh. Ariana Grande.
Yep.
Chloe something?
No.
No, next. Katy Perry. Zooey Deschanel. Oh crap. Dougie Doug Wrestler Mania. Next. Oh, this is Pretty Little Liars.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea what her name is. Katie, Carrie.
No.
Kimmy. Next. Oh, I was gonna do Her for You. And I was like, man, I need to look up her name.
I think that was 30 seconds.
Elisa, go next. Who
Yeah,
the
that
heck is that? Is that a Will Smith's son? It kind of looks like it.
It's his daughter.
Oh, well.
That was the one that you said you saw on accident when we were making the slideshow. And I was like, it's okay if you just saw, you're like, I just saw a black girl and I didn't see any features or anything. And I was like, okay, you won't know who it is anyways. And I was like, unless you stare at her because it looks just like
Wow, it really does.
That's kind of why I picked that picture, because the other ones I was like, yeah, he won't know who that is. But she's the one who sings the, I whip my hair back and forth.
Yeah.
Willow Smith. Okay. Britney Spears.
Britney Spears?
Yeah.
Wow.
We picked a lot of the same ones.
Simon.
Simon what?
I can't think of his last name right now.
Cowell.
Simon Cowell.
Okay.
That's it. How many did I get?
I don't know.
I don't know how many you got. We'll put the final count up. Maybe I can do like a little counter or something.
You're at like 3 minutes.
Well, that's all we have for you. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to continue following us and what we have going on, I know we have a couple of side video projects that we're working on. So subscribe to our channel. You'll see a thing at the bottom that is easy to subscribe. You'll get a little notification every time one of our video comes out. Leave us comments, like our videos.
The whole shebang.
The whole shebang. Do you have anything else?
I'm ready to go to bed.
All right, let's go to bed. Bye.
See